sounds cool.
Garden City may not be considered the center of the Idaho music universe,
Yeah.
but when Pinto Bennett sits down in the studio at the Audio Lab,
This is like church to me, too.
it is.
It's a real Epiphone, man.
Pinto, not exactly his given name,
Yeah, it was given to me because I had spots.
grew up the freckled son of a sheep farmer in Elmore County.
Oh, man, when I was the ugliest kid you ever seen.
And he knew early on where he would end up.
All my days are empty and... I mean, I knew that when I was 9 years old. You know, I did. I knew what I was going to do. Then Elvis, man. Elvis changed my life. I'm doing right is sitting here. My first time I got paid to play was at Marv's Drive-In in Mountain Home. Just when I think
That was in junior high. He made $17.
it all, I've
Soon he was making more money as a musician than his family on the farm.
well, all right.
By the time he joined the band Tarwater in the 70s, he was getting paid $1,000 a week.
If I didn't have so many bad habits, I probably could have sent my kids to Stanford.
In the 80s, he formed the famous Motel Cowboys. But the fame part only came when a friend called from Europe.
He goes, hey, man, they're playing your record over here.
So they flew overseas and found a steady gig
Yeah.
for the better part of 2 decades.
Wherever we went, we were treated like stars. And that was good enough for me.
But fame in a foreign land didn't exactly translate to the States.
5,
And Pinto, the 68-year-old father of 4,
7 great-grandkids. I have a hard time going down.
has since settled
Now I'm good.
into semi-retirement.
I'm rocking. I don't know what to do.
He has written almost 400 songs.
And we were talking about getting time off for bad behavior.
So when he picks up the guitar, he has a long playlist to shuffle through in his head.
Pinto Bennett, she wrote,
Pinto has survived heart attacks, is blind in his right eye,
you handled it bad.
suffers from vertigo and diabetes, but he loses all sight of that when he's in the studio or on the stage.
And I think oh yeah, of course. I still do this stuff, you know. And I call it Jed Clampett now. She wrote.
Every time he picks up a guitar and opens his mouth, something brilliant comes out.
Oh, hell yeah, man.
Steve Fulton, a fan of Pinto since childhood, owns the studio where Pinto produced his last few albums.
50s rock and roll and 60s country, man. That's my groove.
It's also the place where Pinto's music will be sung by other artists this weekend in a 2-day event, because one wasn't enough.
We've got, 18 artists that are covering his stuff, and we were turning people away.
Which goes to show, unfamiliar doesn't mean unknown.
I'm just glad to be part of any scene at all these days, you know?
And Idaho's music world will once again revolve around right here.
He's a legend, really, here, and his legacy is going to be, forever.
Brian Holmes, Idaho's News Channel 7.
I could listen to him all day long. Pinto says he's not done. He's planning on recording another album, and he keeps active, performing at the VA hospital every week. And the We've Got You Covered concert series that Steve is doing down at the VAC coming up this Friday and Saturday. It's called the Visual Arts Collective. You can find it not far off at Chinden in Garden City.
And you're going to love this. The proceeds from that concert and CD sales will benefit the State Veterans Home. You can tell that's something that's really close to his heart. Great man.
He sings the blues, but you